Hey guys, I'm ElegantEnsue and welcome to my question and answer for my year on YouTube. So I'm going to be answering all your questions that you left me earlier on this week. Before I go through the questions, I just wanted to ask if any of you wanted to join my tournament I'm going to be doing today for my year anniversary. It's just a fun, friendly themed tournament, so if you want to get involved, just comment down below and I'll message you, add me on Skype or whatever, and we can sort something out, because I do need some more people to join me in my tournament before it can actually start working. So anyway, let's get on to the questions. So Laguna Umbreon, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing the name right, so tell me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'll try and correct that. But if it's right, then good. I'm sorry if it is wrong. So yes, what's your favourite Pokemon other than Espeon? And as you know, Espeon is my favourite Pokemon, with my icon and such. So I don't know with this one. It's quite a difficult question, because I have like quite a few of a set of second favourite Pokemon. Espeon's like always been my favourite, but for the second it's been a bit ambiguous and it's always changed. So I really don't know. I'm gonna have to say Chinchino, because Chinchino is pretty funny to play with, because I love Chinchino by itself, and it's got an awesome move called Tail Slap, especially with its ability Skill Link. Its abilities and everything, its moves all really work together. When you go into Wi-Fi battling, for some reason, Chinchino always seems to be the Pokemon on my team that knocks out my opponent the most. I don't know, Chinchino is just this unbelievably strong Pokemon that you wouldn't realise is strong and it's an awesome Pokemon as well, so I'm gonna have to go with Chinchino. So I'm Bread asks, how did you discover Pokemon? This is quite a I'm not quite too sure how I actually discovered it. I'm not sure if this was how, but my first game was Pokemon Yellow on a Game Boy Color, which when I was like 4 years old, my mum got me for Christmas, which was like in the year 2000. Yeah, the year 2000 at Christmas. Could have, in fact, was it 3 or 4? I mean, I was really young when I first got it. I didn't quite understand how to play it. She got me this Game Boy Color. Yes, I still have it, and it still works. It's got Pokemon Yellow in it, which also still works. It's the exact same Game Boy and Game Boy game I had since like the year 2000, so it's lasted me like 12 years, and they both still work, which is incredible, because I've played Pokemon Yellow so much, and I know other people's game cartridges tend to be faulty and stop working after a while. I mean, mine occasionally does go off, but it still works. So, there! Look! It works! Hold on. And get to the intro screen just to prove to you guys that it's Pikachu. There we go! Pikachu! Oh yes! The nostalgic days of my childhood. Oh, the screen's a bit dull, I don't know if you could see that, but I hope you could. You got the general idea anyway. So, the Fishman 81095 asks, which Pokemon do you think would be most delicious? Fried or grilled? And I'm not quite sure what you're asking there, whether you're asking which Pokemon would be most delicious, or you're asking whether Pokemon would taste better fried or grilled. So I'm going to answer them both. So the Pokemon I think would taste most delicious would probably be Vanillite, because it's a big ice cream and I like ice cream. I don't think it would taste quite as good if it was fried or grilled. Fried and grilled ice cream probably wouldn't be a good thing. So fried or grilled Pokemon, I would probably say a fried Torchic. And that's so horrible. I feel dreadful for saying that, because you grow attached to Pokemon, so the thing is, it'll probably fry itself because it is a fire-type chicken. Just because it's a chicken and it's fried chicken, that's the only thing I could think of. But I feel really bad for that. It's one way to promote vegetarianism by relating food to Pokemon. So Noobrock 111 asks, what is your favourite Pokemon type? And this is another pretty difficult one, because I'm switched between a couple. But I'd probably say between Psychic and Electric. Probably say Psychic, because Espeon's Psychic, of course. So Peanut Slash asks, what is your favourite Pokemon gym? And then Pokemon type. So, of course, my favourite Pokemon type is Psychic, as I just said. My favourite Pokemon gym? I want to say a Kanto gym, because they were my first ever gyms I battled. What gyms did I like? I can't even think. I know I always liked the what gym I call it? What's the name? Winnowa's gym. Oh gosh, I've completely forgotten the name. But the flying type gym in Pokemon Emerald, because I love Pokemon Emerald. It's like my favourite game. I also like Flannery's Gym. I really don't know though. Wallace's Gym was pretty cool too. I'm probably gonna have to go with... We're gonna go with either Flannery or Winnowa. Oh, was her name Winnowa? I don't even remember. This is really bad. So I'm gonna go with Flannery's Gym because I know her name. And I like the Lavridge town. It was quite a nice town. So I'm gonna go with Flannery's Lavridge Gym. So, and then the NJL Gamer asks, what is your favourite realist Pokemon team? No legendaries, doubling, or doubling, and the Pokemon must know the moves, Cut, Surf, Rock Smash, and Fly. So I've actually already written down a team for this because I couldn't think of this off the top of my head. So obviously Espeon with Calm Mind, Psychic, Stored Power, and Shadow Ball. Stored Power being a pretty awesome move, because it gets more powerful the more stat boosts you have. Chinchino as well, with Tail Slap, Giga Impact, Bullet Seed, and Attract. Meow, because this team I actually tried to put together a team that was sort of different and not the same as everything else, and a bit more versatile with types, because I love Meow. But no one ever uses it, though it does kind of suck, which I have to admit to, but I love Meow. So I decided to put it in my team, though it does make my team suck a bit, but Meow for the win. So Meow will have the moves Iron Head, Crunch, Stone Edge, and Rock Smash, that being the first of the required HMs. So Politoed would be the next one with Surf, Ice Beam, Focus Blast, and Earthquake, Surf being the second of the required HMs. Tropius would have Fly, the third of the required HMs. Solar Beam, Synthesis, and Earthquake. Tropius just because I felt like choosing a Hoenn Pokemon that would be pretty cool and pretty different, because I was going to choose Flygon originally actually, but everyone's obsessing over Flygon at the moment. I don't even know why. No one used to use Flygon, but now everybody does. It always used to be Salamence. But the last one is going to be Amalga with Thunderbolt, Iron Tail, Acrobatics, and Cut, the final HM. So yeah, my team is a little bit weak. I did purposely choose them because nobody usually chooses them. Plus I decided to choose types and things that are sort of typical to me. So generally I use the Psychic type, usually Espeon, Electric, Water, Flying. They're generally the 4 types I tend to have in my team, so with others being varied. So I also tend to have Grass as well, so there are 5 types I tend to have. So Raguna Umbreon asks some rather awkward questions, I must say. So how big is your cock? And I'd probably make a joke about cockerels and hens and things, but I couldn't think of anything, so I'm just going to leave that one and move on to the next part. He also asked me what's my favourite snack food and am I bisexual, and as for the bisexual, no, I am not, other than for N, of course. N's just given that I'm bisexual for N, but no, not in real life, no. Not for everything else, just N. So, my favourite snack food. At the moment I have a weird, not craving, but a weird acquired taste for fruit yogurt bars that I've been eating. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I also I like Skips as crisps, and chocolate, like any normal person does. Favourite snack food? I really don't know. What does that classify as? Am I allowed to say chocolate? Cause probably chocolate, if I can say that. So I'll just leave it at that, and move on to Alpha Braviary's question. He asked me, yeah, that was this Raguna Umbreon's second question before. Move on to Alpha Braviary. How did you start playing Pokemon? That was the exact same as how did I discover Pokemon, with this awesome thing that my mum got me. Strangely enough, my mum actually introduced me into Pokemon and just gaming in general through this, because this was my first ever game, and Pokemon Yellow was my first ever game. I also got a Rugrats game, which was weird, Bugs Bunny or something, with this, but of course they weren't as good, and Pokemon was actually the first game that I played out of them, and obviously my most played game out of them, because it's amazing, and I still do play it to this day, not on this though, on my Game Boy Advance, because this has got a really dark screen, as you can see before, but this is really cool. I haven't got this out in a while, but this is a really cool thing. I love how the old Game Boy looks. It's very retro and it reminds me of childhood. But I think I might actually have a go on it afterwards, because I'm tempted now. But anyway, final question from Jake or Jackie783. Sorry, I don't know how. It's like Jack with an E on the end, so Jackie or Jake with a C in it. I don't know. So he or she asks, I'm sorry if I don't know who you are. Asks, what is my favourite sport? Pokemon battling. I don't know. I'm not a sporty person, as you can probably tell from my pathetic muscles and such. But favourite sport? I don't know. I really don't know. If I had to choose a real life sport, I'd probably say, to watch, probably tennis, or I don't know. My favourite sport to play is actually badminton. I like badminton. I'm weird. I'm British. I play British games. But I dislocated my shoulder playing badminton, so I've had a fear of playing it ever since. Yeah, I do quite like playing badminton, to be honest, but not necessarily watching it so much. But yeah, I dislocated my shoulder, so I'm scared to do it. And how I did it, I kind of just swung to hit the badminton shuttlecock, and my shoulder came out. It was kind of bad. I had to go to hospital, and I got put on the gas and air though, which is quite fun, although I took it really badly. I started freaking out when I was on it. I thought they were going to kill me or something, which is probably not what gas and air is meant to be for, but it's kind of like, if you take drugs, you're either going to freak out like I did, or you're just going to be chilled out like most people are. But no, I just freaked out and thought everyone was going to kill me because I was so rational. But anyway, the next question from Jake or Jackie783 asked me my favourite pet. I do love cats. I adore cats. I really want one, but my mum is allergic, unfortunately. So we actually have a rabbit that lives outside in our garden. We have a little cage for it. So I do love rabbits as well, but I'm going to have to go with cats for that, because I'm a cat person, really. And I wanted to say I don't like dogs. I have like sort of a fear of dogs. They just repulse me. So I'm sorry if people like dogs, but I'm not a dog person, I'm a cat person. So, do you have any favourite football team? As I said before, I'm not a sporty person, and football is something that's unknown to me. Other than the fact that I was forced to play it in school a few times, and I don't understand the rules, and I don't really know any football teams. So I know Blackburn Rovers is a football team, and I live in Blackburn, so I'm just going to say them. I don't even know what they do or any player in the team at all, but I'm just going to have to go for Blackburn Rovers because I live near Blackburn. Well, I live pretty much in Blackburn, so go for my local team, I suppose, because I think they're pretty famous. I don't know. But anyway, the last question from Jake or Jackie, or I don't know, asks, how did you come up with my YouTube name? Which is a good question. It was kind of a weird YouTube name, as you noticed. ElegantEnsue, and how I came up with it is, in the past, I've always had usernames for like online games and websites, on websites and stuff. And I always change my name. I'd change my name like between each website, and then went back to my old ones and changed them, and constantly changed them. So I was like, one day I was like, got to decide on an actual username that I'm going to use and going to stick with, because this is starting to annoy me. So I decided to think for a while and think of something that was quite elegant, actually. So elegant in the name, of course. It was something that was wasn't typically rude, or wasn't something cheesy or had a reference to anything. It was something just sort of a name that when I grew up, I could probably just keep on using, and it didn't really matter what you were into at that time. The name was just your name, you know. So it's kind of it's a good name, I think. It's universal, and also I tried to think of a name that people wouldn't have, because no one has ElegantEnsue other than me. I can go to any website I want to and sign up with ElegantEnsue, and nobody ever has it. So that's the best thing about it, I suppose, having a weird name. So that was it for the questions, so thank you so much. I got more questions than I was expecting, to be honest. I was quite surprised with the outcome, so thank you very much. I was pleasantly surprised. So if you do want to join the tournament, comment down below, or add me on Skype, Anthony.Burry, but if you want that typed out, go down below, ask me if you want to join in. It's going to be themed, like I said, so each round is going to have its own sort of theme, which I'll give you at the start of the battle for you to set up your team. So it's going to be fun. Just join in tonight. It's probably going to be tonight, because I know people in America are either going to bed right now or starting their day right now, so they're all going to be on later, I assume, I hope, so I can get this done. It's probably going to have to last over till tomorrow as well, because of the fact I don't think I'm going to get through everything today, because I don't think everyone's going to sign in. But if you do want to join, please do, because I really do need some more people to join up. I'll put a link to your channel and everything in the description of the battle videos, so hopefully I'll get some of that up tomorrow, or maybe today even, I don't know. So I want to say thank you for watching, and thank you so much for this amazing year. I'll have my vlog up tomorrow, and I'll see you next time.